Welcome back in. UK held a ribbon-cutting ceremony this morning for the new Martin-Gatton Agricultural Sciences building.
The new 66,000 square foot building sits at the corner of Cooper Drive and South Limestone.
Well, tonight at 6, photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw shows us how the building will help the next generation of farmers. WKYT was at the groundbreaking ceremony in June of 2024. And we were there on Thursday morning for the official opening of the new UK Martin-Gatton College of Agriculture, Food and Environment Science building. Inside, you'll find a facility that serves as a central hub and will support modern classrooms, collaborative spaces, and a new cafe. This is the college's first new teaching space in 35 years. Benjamin Williams graduated from the college just 2 weeks ago.
Technology is advancing, AI, is continuing to grow, and so with these new facilities, with these new resources, students are being able to plug that in the classroom right now.
Students will also have an opportunity to interact and develop in equine and vet programs. That's located on the 4th floor. Here on a tour, students and professors show supporters research conducted on the quality of horse pastures and how to sample the standard of this bale of hay.
This building right here, I think it's going to be fundamental, especially for students' education going forward.
But will the next generation, the ones who better connect with social media than soil, have an interest in agriculture? Matt Coliff, the Secretary of Kentucky Future Farmers of America, says yes. In fact, Kentucky FFA membership sits at around a record 25,000.
Everything has been virtual reality for so long that when you actually get to do something real, there's interest in that.
Coliff says young people want to know about the source of their food.
We see people who maybe weren't interested a decade ago are very interested in things like urban gardening.
He also says young people who grew up playing video games could translate those skills to the ag world. The drones they use are similar to gaming controllers.
They're flying drones to put fungicides on crops or to track plant growth across the field. We're using drones to check on cattle, maintain the health of our cattle herds and things like that.
Well, Coliff says he thinks it's good to see younger people interested in farming. It's important because he believes food security correlates with national security.